Now is Kristen Welker from NBC's Meet the Press. Kristen, good morning to you. So U.S. lawmakers have raised alarms about what was called a potential Russian threat. NBC News later learned that it's related to a space-based nuclear program. And today you're hearing from Representative Mike Turner, the House Intelligence Chairman. Turner calling for the White House to declassify this, Kristen.
Well, Faith, it's great to be with you, and you're absolutely right. I was able to speak exclusively with the House Intelligence Chair, Mike Turner. I asked him about this threat and his decision to sound the alarms on this threat. I asked him if this was appropriate to do, given that it caught a lot of folks off guard in Washington, everyone from the White House to his counterparts on Capitol Hill. He said, look, absolutely, he stands behind his decision. He was concerned, he says, that the Biden administration was sleepwalking into this national security threat. He says now that he has made this public, made this known, he feels as those steps are being taken. But zooming out, Faith, the big question is not just how will the administration and Congress deal with this threat, how will the administration and Congress deal with Russia writ large right now? Funding for Ukraine is stalled in Congress, despite the fact that Ukraine just suffered a big setback. A big city fell to Russia just this weekend. And then, of course, we learned about the death of Putin opposition leader Alexei Navalny. What will the consequences be there? I pressed Chairman Turner on that. What does he think the Biden administration needs to do? He wouldn't get ahead of the administration, but he made it very clear that steps need to be taken. And he said this underscores the need to get Ukraine aid passed. Faith.
Kristen, thank you so much for that. We want to turn now to the presidential race, the South Carolina Republican primary less than a week away here. And Nikki Haley, she is still in the running. A new poll shows that over 60% of people are still likely to vote for Trump. So, Kristen, what are the potential scenarios we could see here in South Carolina?
Well, it's very uphill for Nikki Haley in South Carolina and, frankly, to catch up and overtake Trump in the primary. There's no doubt about that. She is clear-eyed about that. What we are seeing is that she's stepping up her rhetoric. She's really trying to zero in on his legal battles. Just this Friday, he was slapped with that more than $350 million fine for fraudulent business practices in New York. He says he's going to appeal. He calls that a part of the witch hunt. But look, it's not clear that her stepped-up rhetoric is going to make a difference because, remember, Trump has really gotten the support of a lot of the top officials within Haley's home state of South Carolina. They've coalesced around him. They've endorsed him. Senator Tim Scott, for example, the governor. So this is uphill for Haley. Could she make a difference in this race? It's not clear. But if she is able to pick up a number of delegates, her argument continues to be that Trump just has too much legal baggage to win the White House ultimately. So if he is convicted, how could that impact this race? That could become a different story. So a lot of unknowns as we're just 1 week away from South Carolina, Faith.
She says she's in it for the long run. Kristen, thank you so much for breaking this down for us. For those of you at home, you can catch Meet the Press with Kristen Welker airing at 10 o'clock right after 11 Alive Weekend Morning News.